Yeah, I gotta go. Okay, so I was talking to you earlier about the finish on this kind of wood. There's one thing that came to my attention. Is that some wood seems to be kind of more tacky than others. And this is one of those woods. So a lot of the woods, when you're sanding it, you can use quite a bit of pressure to sand it. But this Bocote wood, I really hope I'm pronouncing it correctly, you can't use a lot of pressure. Well, it's not good to use a lot of pressure. You can, but when you're doing it, you're going to build up a lot of film on your sandpaper, so it's going to be full of material, which if it's full of material, then you're not going to get a good sanding finish. So I suggest that you not use a lot of force. Just kind of rub it lightly on top of it, because if you use too much force, you're going to have a lot of deep divots in it, and then it'll make it a little more difficult to get out. But if you're going up to 12,000 grit or more, it won't be a big issue to get it out. See, what I do, this is, if you notice how I'm going back and forth on it, because I like to make sure, I try to make it, make my abrasions go along with the grain. You know, it's spinning, so I don't want a bunch of circles around grain that's going the other direction. I mean, going parallel, going perpendicular to it. So I'll try to do that and get some of that out. And let me show you. Right now I'm on 320 grit. First I go over it, and again, some people sand like this, which is a good safe way. And that'll help prevent from putting up too much pressure on it if you're going up under here. Okay? I like to sand from the top, because if I'm not trying to catch some of the sawdust on here to use as a filler later on, I want it to go ahead and fall down. So, but then I want you to notice that when I do it from the top, I make sure my arms are clear and I don't lean on it. Remember, when we lean on it, that's unsafe. Of course, the sandpaper is not going to break like a paper towel would or something like that, but you still don't want to lean on it. So I just hold it lightly over it and go down it. I try to keep it steady. Then I'll stop it, and that's when I go back over it long ways to kind of smooth out some of the swirls that I put on it. And again, you don't need a lot of pressure to do this. Remember, pressure or friction causes heat. So if you put a lot of pressure on this, you better believe you're going to feel it when it gets to your finger. So just kind of go over it. And before I get to the next one, I'll do this because I like to knock the stuff off of it. See, the top of my tool is getting smooth up there, but it's okay. It'll last a long time. So once I do that, I like to turn the machine on, use a paper towel or something smooth, get the excess dirt off, excess sand dust off, wood dust off of it. And the reason why I do this is because I want to decrease the buildup that goes into my next one. You know, it makes it easier to get straight to the material. Now, if I leave all of that on there, my sandpaper has to go through all of that dust that I left on there, and that's going to build up inside of there before I can even get to sanding. So I don't want to start out with a bunch of stuff on my wood already, so that's why I sand it, get the towel, run it, go across it, and make sure it's off. And just like when I'm cutting it, I like to try to keep a smooth flow in it. Okay? Keep it smooth. And again, I'm going to go back over it. So it builds up. Once again, I'm going to finish it. Now, I just wanted to show you guys that. So, I'm going to go over it a few more times with some sanding. I'm going to go up to 1200 with it. And then I'm going to get to polishing it. So you see how it is now. Right now it's pretty smooth. Pretty smooth. But I want to go a little further. I just want to make sure there aren't any. I'll get as many imperfections out of it as possible to make sure when I put my wax and my abrasive polish on it that it really makes a good smooth finish, and that'll make the grain in it pop out. This is a real beautiful wood right here. Got the deep chocolate brown in there with the tan in it. It really looks great. Oh, so like I was saying, I'm going to finish this up. And you see, get a close up at this. So you see the grain. See the grain in it. Alright. So you see how that looks now. And then I'm going to come back when I start polishing it and give you another look at it. Thank you guys. Be blessed.